Starlink plug that I need to get through the back of my access cabinet here. It's about 3/4 of an inch, so I'm going to use this 1-inch spade drill. And part of the reason why I'm using this one is I got to get into this cabinet and I need about 1 foot. So this is the extension that I happen to have. So I'm thinking that's going to do it. We are going to punch it through up here. If you can see it, maybe zoom in. Yeah, punch a hole straight through there and it'll go out into a cabinet that the roof vent has access to. I'm getting ready to drill the hole with this, and I've got my vacuum running, so hopefully it'll pick up most of the fiberglass and resin powder that results from drilling the hole. Okay. This should do it. So I got a hole. Okay, so we got our hole in the wall back here. There we go. So now I need to get a hole through the backside of this roof vent. All right, here we go. All right, let's see if we fit. There we go. All right, so we're good to go with that. Drill our hole down through into this same AC cavity. Right about there. Of my omnidirectional antenna, other than it was underneath my roof cap, so I like that, but it was positioned here too close to my cooling fans. So I decided to go ahead and, while I'm in here, strip out all the wires that I had run down and move it over into this location. So I'm going to drill another hole to bring down my Starlink right in this location here. So both of them will be on this side, and that will leave this whole area over here for the cooling fans free of obstructions. So we're going to drill another hole through the roof right here. Okay, there we go. 2-part marine epoxy that we use to set the threaded inserts. We're going to mix some of that up and we're going to coat the inside of these holes we just drilled. It's not a great idea to leave exposed core, balsa core, after you've drilled, because if there gets moisture in there, it'll just suck it up. So we're going to take and mix some of this up, and we're going to spread it around and seal these surfaces. Good mix. Paint this on. This KV Weld marine epoxy is a nice consistency to work with. Now we'll let that dry, and we'll come and run our wires tomorrow. So, drilled a couple holes here, and now I'm going to feed this wiring through this hole and mount the antenna here, and then we'll take our cable for Starlink and we'll run it through this hole and down here, and all of it goes into the electronics cabinet inside the roamer. Finished repositioning our omnidirectional antenna. Have our Starlink power supply and data coming back through this cable here, down through the hole, and then down through the roof and into our electronics cabinet. So I think we're all set. We'll get this roof cap remounted over there and plug things in, and everything's tucked away under our roof cap here. And short run of wire over to the new Starlink. And we're getting ready to fire it up. All right, so we have our Starlink mount, and we're going to mount it right next to our NVR for the security system. This is the NVR here. We're going to put it right next to it over here, and we marked our holes. We're going to go ahead and drill them. mounting plate attached to the bottom of the cabinet here, and the power supply will slide in here from the front over this direction, and to the rear there, and you see the wire guides where the 3 will come out. There's AC power, and then the Ethernet cable that'll come over to the MoFi, and then the power and data cable going up to the dishy on the roof. Slide in from the front here, like so, and go back into this pocket, and then it's got this clip right here, so you push in and it pops down and secures it so it can't go anywhere. And then when you want to get it out, just pop that down like that, and we'll have the wires coming out there. I don't have them plugged in yet. Outed and plugged in, our Starlink power supplies there on the left, and our Lorex NVR that we have all of our security cameras plugged into is on the right, and then the MoFi 4500 sitting there on top. And we've plugged in the Ethernet cable from the Starlink system into the WAN port of the MoFi, so now it becomes an input that can be broadcast on Wi-Fi.